Don't you just get sick of 5-star reviews? I don't. Hey guys, welcome back to the DrCliffAuD vlog. This is vlog number 182, and today I want to talk to you about a lot of the positivity from our patients inside of our clinic Applied Hearing Solutions. But before I get into this video, do me a huge favor, click that like button if you think that my videos are 5-star quality. If you don't, I guess give it a thumbs down. And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button with notification bell so you get a notification every single time I publish a new video. That being said, I greatly appreciate it. Now, if you did not get a chance to see last week's vlog number 181, you might want to pop back and watch it if you're okay with listening to a little bit of negativity. That being said, I promised in that video that today I would be much more positive and talk about a lot of the positive responses that we've received from patients inside of my clinic over the course of the past 6 years since I started the clinic back in 2017. Now, if you are new to the channel and you're not familiar with my clinic Applied Hearing Solutions, you should know that I had a main focus of that clinic of providing excellent patient care and an excellent patient experience, right? And when I was in grad school, and again, I apologize, I'm repeating a little bit from last week, but when I was in grad school, I read a book called The Pumpkin Plan, and the whole premise of that book is that you need to nurture your big award-winning pumpkins, so your best patients, the patients that you love to work with, and the patients that are miserable and they're dragging down your clinic and taking your time and attention away from your patients who truly deserve to be there, you need to get rid of those smaller pumpkins. And it really, the book really has a positive context about it, right? You know, there are just a certain percentage of people out there who do not appreciate the effort that really goes into us trying to do a great job. And anytime that we get someone who tries to take advantage of us, or especially my employees, or mistreats any of my employees multiple times, we're going to terminate them. And that's really what I talked about last week. But today I want to talk about those big, massive, award-winning pumpkins that we have inside of our clinic, because we have a ton of them. One thing I truly believe in is that in order to avoid burning out in your profession, you have to work with people that you love. And that stands true for the employees and the staff that you work with and your coworkers. You have to love them, but you also have to love the customers that you work with. And in our case, the patients that we work with. And I feel blessed every day going into my clinic knowing that every single patient that I work with on a continual basis, and that any of my employees work with on a continual basis, is someone that we actually love to work with. And the chances of them receiving a termination letter from us are less than 0%. I don't know if that's possible, but they're less than 0%. And I want to go into some reviews on Google that we have for Applied Hearing Solutions and read them off. Now, just so you're aware here, we have 169 total reviews as of the time that I'm recording this video. We have 4.9 stars. Now, you'll notice that that is not 5 stars. That is correct. We have received a handful of negative reviews on Google. And I think that any business, if you're in business long enough, every once in a while, you're going to rub someone the wrong way. And I will say this, is that if it is something that we have made a mistake on, then we will own up to it and we will apologize and we will make it right by whatever means necessary. But some people just cannot be pleased. And that's okay. Like, I'm not happy everywhere I go to. Have I ever left a 1-star review? I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that literally in my 41 years of life that I've never left a negative review of a particular place that was a 1-star, maybe a 4-star or a 3-star if it was really bad service that I got. But most of the cases I'm leaving 5-star reviews because I think people in general, I want to believe that there's good in everybody, and I think that everybody truly wants to do a good job, whether you go to McDonald's or whether you go to the Ritz-Carlton. Now, from an audiology perspective, we're trying to be the Ritz-Carlton. We're trying to have a fantastic experience and achieve the highest level outcomes possible. And to let you kind of understand what this experience is like, I'm going to read through several of reviews on our Google page, starting with Gary Crockett. Gary, if you're out there, I know you're watching because that's why you came to me. I love you, Gary. All right, so I just had my regular 6-month checkup at Dr. Cliff's office. I've been a customer for 3 years and can say that I am very pleased with the quality of service they provide. My hearing loss is quite severe, and the time that was initially spent to adjust my hearing aids is truly appreciated. There are hearing aid doctors in my town, but I choose to drive over an hour through Phoenix traffic because I know that I am getting an honest, best practice service from them. Dr. Kelsey Beck just spent a good amount of time cleaning my hearing aids and removing a large amount of humidity from them. They are so much clearer now, and the volume is up also. I appreciate these doctors because they really do care about you, and their service is proof of that. If you need a good hearing aid doctor and want to feel that your hard-earned money is spent well, you won't be disappointed at Applied Hearing Solutions. I'm glad I stumbled upon DrCliffAuD YouTube video one day while surfing the internet. I don't think he was out surfing. Correct me if I'm wrong, Gary, but I don't think you were out like surfing in the ocean. My hearing has improved remarkably ever since. A happy customer, Gary Crockett. Yeah, and again, I have to be careful because of HIPAA, so I can't say anything specific in response to a lot of these that has anything to do with the patient information or their treatment that they underwent inside of my clinic. But this is the type of experience that we are trying to create. Not just having really exceptional hearing at the end of treatment, but making sure that the experience that everyone goes through, whether it's with me, with Dr. Kelsey Beck, whether it's with Dr. Leslie Balderas, or whether it's with Dr. Rachel Cook, whoever you come and see at Applied Hearing Solutions, every single one of us is attempting to give you the absolute best patient experience that we can possibly give you. And I don't take that lightly. That is a mission that we have inside of our clinic. And anytime that I identify that we are not doing that, then we are failing. And anytime that I get a review like this, with this one, as of me reading it, literally came in 3 days ago. But anytime I get a review like that, it lets me know that we are on the right track with the vast majority of people that we work with. Now, here's another 5-star review that we got from Ardo Beltza. 28 reviews this person has left, and they left it literally 1 day ago. All right, I have been wearing hearing aids since 1972, and this is by far the best audiology office I have experienced. I have had 3 visits with Cliff Olson so far, and for several reasons, I am satisfied. He doesn't talk down to me. My whole life is involved with hearing issues, so words like pinna, concha, stapes, etc. are normal for me. He has no difficulty explaining new vocabulary and concepts as well. 2, he has confirmed several intuitions I had about my own hearing that other audiologists dismissed as just being ignorant customer babbling. 3, he is willing to speak frankly about the strengths and weaknesses of various brands and models without the typical corporate propriety that leaves us buyers in the dark. 4, he charges, all caps, money for his service rather than simply expecting you to buy a new hearing aid. You would not think it is a good thing to be charged, but trust me, would you go to a mechanic for free who really just wanted to get you in a new car? 5, he is creative. In just a short time of knowing him, he is willing to think and try different solutions. He is not stuck on a script, he is a real person. 6, I can hear better than I ever have in my life, in noise, restaurants, whatever. I can hear the bass lines of music. I have been hearing since 10 years, as if with the tracks were removed. I am watching TV without closed captions, sometimes. And yeah, it took me 50 years to find one like this. Don't be like me. Ardo, I don't think that you understand how much of a profound impact this review has on me. There's a lot of things that I do not like about my own profession. I know that my profession has turned into primarily a sales organization, right? And it's unfortunate, and people with hearing loss suffer because of it. Now, I will say this, there are a lot of good audiologists out there. The problem is that people just don't know where to look. And I'm not gonna plug my network in right here, but this is something that if it doesn't change, if the whole sales mentality inside of the profession of audiology and hearing instrument specialty or HIS doesn't change, then people with hearing loss are in trouble, myself included. It's someday when I'm not an audiologist anymore and I need help with my hearing. This brings me great joy to read a review like this. So Ardo, thank you so much. I want to read one more, and this one is from a patient who traveled a substantial distance to see me in my clinic. This is from Butch Whitehouse, and Butch, I know you watch my videos, you know I love you like a brother, you need anything, you let me know, but I'm going to read your review right now publicly. I made the trip to Arizona when Dr. Olson still had his office up in Anthem over 4 years ago. It was a big decision to travel there for service, but one I have never regretted. Few people have the passion he has for helping people. Thankfully, that passion is for helping people with hearing loss. He's the expert I needed, so I did not have to become one. I trusted his choice in what aid would help me, and he's done everything I could ask over the last 4 years to help me hear my best. My aids malfunctioned recently, and the turnaround time and attention to detail from Dr. Olson and his staff could not have been better. It's a level of service that is exceptional in every way. One of the best choices I have ever made. You know, I think that we can sometimes get a little bit negative, no matter what profession you're in. And I think that it makes sense to take a step back every once in a while and look at the positives instead of always looking at the negatives of what we do. I spend a lot of time thinking about the negatives, and there's a reason why. Because I think that you have to pay attention to the negatives to identify where your shortcomings are at. I also feel like individuals with hearing loss need to understand what the shortcomings are in the world of hearing treatment, because there are a lot of them. And there's a reason why there's a large percentage of people who don't treat their hearing loss. They just get rubbed the wrong way by our particular profession. Maybe it's because it's very salesy, maybe because it's too expensive, whatever the case may be. Too many people are not treating their hearing loss, and that's quite frankly unacceptable. But if you get bogged down with that too much, you miss the golden nuggets that come out every once in a while. Now, I think that both myself and the providers and the staff at Applied Hearing Solutions, I think sometimes we don't realize how good we have it. I like to think that every staff member in the clinic knows that I have their back. I like to think that they know how much they're appreciated. I like to think that they understand what a meaningful impact they are making in our patients' lives, whether they're a practitioner, where they're treating their hearing loss, or whether they're serving them by answering their questions on the phone or troubleshooting an issue when they stop by the office. Because you know, it's a really good feeling to know that you're appreciated. And like I said, even in the last video, you know, I think that burnout has a lot to do with being underappreciated. And so taking a few minutes to kind of read through some of these Google reviews, obviously there's 169 of them, probably a good 160 of them are good. Probably a good 10 of them or 9 or 10 of them are not, maybe less than that, I don't know. But I think it really puts things into perspective. And I just want to say that, you know, I know that some of you guys watching right now are someone who I actually just read your review off, and I just want you to know that you are greatly appreciated. And even if you haven't left us a review yet and you're our patient, I want you to know that I appreciate you too, and I do not expect you to leave a review if you don't want to or you don't know how to. That being said, hopefully this video gave you a little bit broader perspective of what I'm all about. Right, and what me and my staff is all about at Applied Hearing. Now, I don't talk about like the clinic a whole lot in my vlog. It's a lot more about me. But I wanted you guys to kind of see like full circle, both the negative from last week and the positive from this week. And it really takes both of them to make us better and stronger. And I just want to say that I appreciate you for watching me through this video and kind of fumbling through some of the reading of these reviews and maybe even butchering some of the names of the reviews that were left. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I appreciate you, and as always, I'll see you next week.